And welcome everyone back to the City Ball Diamond here. Game 2 coming up. Labette and the Larks. Amy Bratato getting the nod here for the Larks on the mound. Amy on the season, she's 3-5 with 53 innings pitched, 93 hits, 81 runs, 49 earned runs, 21 walks, 34 strikeouts. And Amy has an ERA of 6.47. And she'll be battling Lindsay Pellock, the verbal Bethel commit. So she's looking at going down the road 6 miles here. And here we go. Jalen Howard to lead us off again, top of the first. And you guys have any questions, comments, feedback for me on our live broadcast here? Rusty Witcher with you here on the Lark Network. Love to hear from you. Go ahead and shoot us a text, 620-217-1465. Whether you're a fan of the Cards, fan of the Larks, let us know who you're watching, where you're watching, and where you are, and tell us what you think about the Battle of the Birds here from the City Ball Diamond. The first pitch from Amy to Hayward stays a little bit high, 1 ball. So Amy will get her sign from Sadie Leatherman behind the dish. Same defensive alignment for the Larks as Amy misses down and away. Got a text saying, let's go Cards. All right, a Card fan in the house, so glad you guys are along with us. We try and make this as interactive as possible. It's a lot of fun for both schools to have people texting. Shout out, and that's line drive gloved by Paige Biddle. And Paige makes a play, 1 away here. Paige lost her fingernails. All of her fingernails came off. And Peyton Nye will come to bat. So Nye will dig in. And the shortstop here for the Cards. And that one stays a little bit high. That one gets through Sadie back to the fence. Our count 2 balls, 1, no strikes. The incredibly dangerous Audrey Miller on deck. That's a lifted. Jesse calls for it, camps underneath the pop-up, and they're 2 away. That brings up Audrey Miller, the leading hitter here for the Cardinals, who was very quiet in Game 1. She was 0 for 2, did draw a walk. Came into today hitting .483, and she was 5th in the conference in hitting. That tells you how loaded the Jayhawk conference is. If someone hitting .483 is 5th, and Miller takes a strike. Top to bottom, let's face it, the Jayhawk conference is probably one of the toughest, if not the toughest, in all sports across the board, as Miller fouls that one back. And the count quickly 0-2. Wonderful conference with some of the highest level competition you can get. And the 0-2. That one downstairs in the dirt. Sadie skids to a stop. I'm joined by DJ Jazzy Reese here again. And the 1-2. That's a line drive. Miller has her first single of the day. Gets by Nis. And Miller will hold, though, at first base with the powerful single. Cards have a runner on for Julia Hawkins, who got the nod at third base. Hawkins was 0 for 3 in Game 1. And Amy will get her sign from Sadie. And that one misses outside. 1 ball. That one misses inside. the count, 2 balls, no strikes. Sadie snap throw back. Safe as Miller dives in. The count, 3 balls, no strikes. Three 0 here to Hawkins, top of the first inning. And there's a strike. And I count 3-1. There's a strike, and Hawkins now quickly has the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. She's looked at 2. Hawkins fouls that one out of play. And count still riding, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Special thank you to head coach Ryan Phillips for walking the lineup card over. Appreciate that. Swing and a miss as the changeup forces Hawkins to go down. We'll go to the bottom of the first with the Larks coming to bat.
Robbie Rod, Houston, Texas.
Brett Heichman, Lindsborg, Kansas. Caden Bartlett, Amber, Oklahoma.
Caleb Stoll, Litchfield Park, Arizona.
Tatum Ferguson, Nassau, Bahamas.
Connor Leach, Erie, Colorado.
Dalton Woody, Cibolo, Texas.
Dave Milburn from Lincoln, Nebraska. David Berzins, Houston, Texas.
Dave Ryan, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Dayton Watkins, Valley Center, Kansas.
Grant Bloyer, Winfield, Kansas.
Hudson Smith, Waukomis, Oklahoma.
Hugo Kinabuchi, San Diego, California.
Ian Leckie, Overland Park, Kansas.
Justin Durnall, I'm from Windsor, Colorado.
Kalen Haynes, Trophy Club, Texas.
Kendall Theory, Westlake, Louisiana.
Malachi Swartz, Overland Park.
And we're back in the bottom of the first, I should say. Excuse me. Jessie Miranda to lead off for the Larks. Jessie had herself another good ball game in Game 1. Jessie with a pair of singles was called for leaving the box early on what would have been a double, so Jessie ends up 2 for 3. And her average will keep going up. Wind's starting to be a factor here as it's really starting to howl. And the left field crowd starting to come into effect out there for the Larks. You can see them just past the left fielder to the right of the left fielder, some of the baseball players. Including, looks like Ryan Top Gun Morrissey's out there. And the pitch, Jessie lays the bunt down. Pellock has to come up with it, and the throw over, not in time. And Jessie lays down another bunt single, and she is aboard. Leadoff runner on for the Larks. And that's what speed can do. And Kaylin Lashley will come to bat, and she'll bat from the left side. So Kaylin coming to bat. And Kaylin digging in. The pitch stays outside. 1 ball for Kaylin. And Kaylin takes ball 2 as that stays outside. As we're at the bottom of the first, the leadoff runner aboard for the Larks. Jessie off to the races, and Jessie slips in with a stolen base. And she'll add to her conference leading total for third base, and she's also third nationally for swipes. So Jessie gets the second. Let's see what they... Two counts, 2 balls, 1 strike here. And that pitch misses downstairs. Jessie with a healthy lead. As fans from the college starting to make their way there. Kalen lays the drag bunt down and will roll foul. And our count evens up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kalen chops it foul and stays alive. Batter's box disco dancing for Kalen, staying alive. So the count's still riding 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that misses outside. Or check that was full count, and Kalen draws the walk. Excuse me, I missed a pitch there. So 2 on, 9 out here for Lexi Avalos. Numbers on Pellock on the season, I did not get to those. She was 1-3, 24 innings pitched, 29 hits, 15 runs, 12 earned, and a 3.50 ERA. So Lex digs in with 2 on. And Lex offers at it and takes the strike. Lex in game 1. A single and 2 groundouts, so she was 1 for 3. Lex lays the bunt down, tipped it. So the ball came out. They're just checking. The ball was tipped. Lex got a piece of it. I heard it. But Miller did not hang on to it. And the count 0-2. That one misses high as the wind really started to pick up. Under count 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's supposed to get windier over through the night and then switch, and the temperature's supposed to plummet tomorrow. They've even said a chance of the S word this weekend. That's too far outside. And our count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Big gust of wind with the dust coming over. Lex rips it foul, and the count still rides 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the count's still 2-2. That one drifting down low, and we're full 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 on a none away. Lex fights it off, and more batter's box disco dancing, staying alive. Payoff pitch coming up from Pellock. Lexi fouls it off, and a long battle for Lex. fights it off again. A long battle. This at bat has been going on forever. Lex pops it up. That will be in the wind, and it'll be played for the first out of the inning. One away now for Sadie. Got the 505 still watching. Go Larks. Glad the 505's with us. So, Sadie digging in. And Sadie takes a pitch high and away for a ball. Sadie hammers one that's foul into the left field corner. This wind really blowing here. You'll probably hear that a lot in my microphone. And the count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. That pitch stays low, and the count 2-1. Sadie pops it up, and that will be caught by Reed up against the fence as she runs. Or check that, Reed didn't come up with that. Oh, check that, she did. I thought she did. I couldn't see it. And they'll bring up Amy Bertato with 2. And Amy takes a strike. Amy fouls it back to the fence. And our count, 1 ball and 1 strike. And the 1-1. Amy looks at the change, stays away. And our count, 2 balls, 1 strike. More HC fans making their way here. And they got 2 balls and 1 strike. That one stays low. And our count is 3-1. Check that, our count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now we're full 3-2. Jesse at second, Kaylin at first. Amy lifts it high to center field. It will hang in the wind. No wind, that's out of here, but back against the fence as Hayward makes the play. We played an inning, no score here from the City Ball Diamond.
Robbie Rod, Houston, Texas.
Brett Heichman, Lindsborg, Kansas. Caden Bartlett, Amber, Oklahoma.
Caleb Stoll, Litchfield Park, Arizona.
Tatum Ferguson, Nassau, Bahamas.
Connor Leach, Erie, Colorado. Dalton Woody, Cibolo, Texas.
Dane Milburn from Lincoln, Nebraska. David Berzins, Houston, Texas.
Dave Ryan, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Dayton Watkins, Valley Center, Kansas.
Grant Bloyer, Winfield, Kansas.
Hudson Smith, Waukomis, Oklahoma.
Hugo Kinabuchi, San Diego, California.
Ian Leckie of One Park, Kansas.
Justin Durnall, I'm from Windsor, Colorado.
Kalen Haynes, Trophy Club, Texas.
Kendall Theory, Westlake, Louisiana.
Malachi Swartz, Overland Park, Kansas.
Naoki Ozumura, Tokyo, Japan. Maddie Solomon, Harrisonburg, Virginia.
Nick Platten from Adelaide, Australia.
Noah Roberts, Wichita, Kansas.
Omar Aguilar, Panama City, Panama.
Quinn Gettle, Joplin, Missouri.
Robert Salcedo, Puerto Rico.
Yusei Hando from Japan.
Tate Winfield, Kerrville, Texas.
And welcome back here as we're going to the top of the second. Kaylin Davis coming to bat here for Labette. No score, and the first pitch she sees from Amy Hurtado is in the dirt. And Amy readjusting. And the 1-0 coming up from Amy. She gets the sign. She gets what she wants as soon as she lets it fly. And that one stays high. 2 balls, no strikes to Davis. Davis came in. Two for 15, but got a hit in her last at-bat. And Amy misses downstairs. And our count 3 balls, no strikes. Wonder what kind of rush it was today at Sonic with half-price burgers. I know I felt pity on Sterling Hicks. And there's a strike. And our count 3 balls, 1 strike. Amy catches the corner, and we're full 3 balls and 2 strikes. That's on the ground to Kaylin. Kaylin at third. Kaylin bobbles it. Throw over, not in time. And the runner aboard after the error. That'll bring up Rindy Marquez. Marquez came into today 20 for 72, a 278 batting average with 8 runs driven in and 5 doubles. Labette on the season, 39 doubles and 19 home runs coming into today. Little bunt. Bunt popped up. Kaylin can't make a play. An infield single for Labette, and now the Cards with something new brewing with 2 on and none out. Gray Holland coming to bat. Holland, the first baseman. Holland pulls back, takes the ball. The 1-0 coming up from Amy. That's hammered on the ground. Jesse slings it across and rushes the throw. An error is going to allow the Cardinals to score a run. And the the Cardinals have a run on the error, and they now lead 1-0. Jordan Steiger, right fielder. Now something, but the umpires are talking something over. So the runners moved up. On the error, none away, and a run across here for the Cards in the second. Jordan Steiger, right fielder. Is looking for her first hit of the day. Or her first hit of the season, I should say. Steiger showing bunt, pulls it back, and takes a strike. Two on and none away. Larks looking for the first out. A run has crossed. And that one misses away. And our count evens at 1-1. A bunt laid down. Kalen fakes a throw. And the single giving the bases loaded. So the bases loaded, none away for Erica Reed. That one misses upstairs. Swing and a miss, and our count is 1-1. That one misses upstairs. And our count, 2 balls and 1 strike here to Erica Reed, the second baseman for Labette. She batting ninth with Hayward on deck and Nye in the hole. That one too far in. And our count, 3 balls and 1 strike. Ball 4, and an RBI on the walk for Reed, and a second run across in the inning for the Cardinals. So Hayward steps back up. And that one misses high to Hayward. Amy struggling a little bit here in the second inning. Change drops in for a strike, and our count even now, 1 ball, 1 strike. Sun's about to poke back through. We'll have to put the shades on. Again. That one misses low. And our count, 2 balls, 1 strike. Hayward line out for Jesse. Jesse snaps the throw over, and the Larks roll up the double play. A big play by the Larks to turn 2. She popped out in her first at-bat. Larks talking things over. We'll have Lark baseball. Amy and little Bet fans debating the call. That's a fly ball center field. Nis on the run and a basket catch. Larks minimize what could have been disastrous. Bases loaded, none out. The Larks hold the Cards to 2. We'll be back after this, the bottom of the second. Coming up. on the Lark Network.
Adriana Ruiz from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Amy Bertado from Whittier, California. Anissa Aguilar, Hacienda Heights, California. Cassidy King from Cochranville, Pennsylvania. Chelsea Smith, Tacoma, Washington.
Jenna Garcia, Hutchinson, Kansas.
Jenna Schneider from Lodi, California.
Jessie Miranda from Turlock, California.
Kaylin Lastly from Salina, Kansas.
My name is Alexis Avalos, and I'm from Yucaipa, California.
Madison O'Brien, Zuni, Virginia.
Malia Sandy from Girard, Kansas.
Paige Biddle from Sacramento, California.
Reese McCrary from Sacramento, California.
My name is Sadie Leatherman, and I'm from Couch.
Going. We apologize, fans, as we're having a little bit of technical issues. Windy days like this play havoc with some of the things we do. For whatever reason, I don't know why. So we might have a little bit of chop here as we're going to the bottom of the second. Paige Biddle will lead things off. And Paige takes a pitch down low for a ball. So we think we're gaining on the sputter. Paige, single into left field. Paige took a little bit off the swing, gets herself aboard for Boo Ruiz. So Boo coming to bat with Paige aboard and none out. Boo lifts it out of play, and Omar can't make the play behind me. And one strike to Boo. Boo lifts it right side, and that could be trouble. Dropping in for a fair ball. Paige on her way to second, slides in, and Boo has a single. Paige slips into second. Boo paints the line, gets on board, and there's two on for Nis. Nis coming to bat. And looks like we had some possible collision up there on the slide. They're going to make sure that everything's okay with the shortstop Peyton Nye. Paige slid underneath there. Looks like they've caught an unintentional spike there from Paige. Nice says, I'm okay, coach. I'll keep playing. You love that. And that brings up Nis. So none out, two on here for the Larks. They're trying to answer Labette's 2 runs. And Nis rips the first pitch she sees out into center field. Base hit for Nis. Paige on her way home. Boo going to 3. Nis pulls into second with the double, and the Larks get a run back. So Nis doubles in a run, and a 2-1 our score. And that brings up Jenna Garcia. So Jenna digs in place of Cassidy. And there's a strike to Jenna G, one of the 3 Jennas on the team. Jay Money taking the strike in the pitch. Jay Money out of the box, and it lays off, and the count evens up 1 ball, 1 strike. Jenna now has the count 2 balls, 1 strike. That one misses down and away on our count. 3 balls and a strike to Jenna G. Got a hit text from Nissa's dad saying, great hit. And Andy making sure that he had the right player in the lineup before she did something. So that would have been a bad deal had Jenna done something. They would have been called out for not being subbed in correctly. Got text saying, yay, Nis. Let's keep it going, Larks. We're rooting for you from New York. All right, so phone blowing up once again. Love the interaction we have for this, and we also invite Cardinal fans to text in too. So Jenna on the board, and they count 3 balls, 1 strike here to Jenna. Jenna takes ball 4, and Jenna walks her way to first, drawing the walk. And we're top of the order for Jessie Miranda with none out here for the Larks in the bottom of the second. So Jessie slapped her way to a single last time, stole a base. And Jessie takes a strike. Jessie shoots one, foul, just missing the dugout. And Jenna Schneider taking offense. So Jessie behind, 0-2. I went downstairs. And 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jessie. Base is juiced here for the Larks, the meadow full. That pitch misses upstairs, and our count 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Jessie Miranda. Jessie on the ground. Play coming home. They'll get 1 on the force out. So Jessie in the fielder's choice. And there's 1 away here for Kaylin Lashley. Wind is going to start to swing to the west at some point. It's really starting to howl here tonight. And that one misses high and away, 1 ball. That went down in the dirt. Snap throw back, getting by. Nis will come home. And Nis scores a run on the error. And the Larks have tied it up. And the runners move up. We're all knotted up at 2 runs apiece. Larks manufacturing runs. And Kaylin Lashley with the 1 ball. Count. That throw was right down to Hawkins. Hawkins couldn't come up with it. And there's a strike on the outer half. I think our count is even, 1 ball, 1 strike. I went down in the dirt. Our count 3 balls, 1 strike now, I think. There's a strike. Full count now, 3 balls, 2 strikes. punches one on the ground at Reed at second base. Reed tosses over, and a run does come home here for the Larks. So Jesse over at third. A third run across here in the inning. And the Larks now lead 3-2. And Lex steps up. So Larks have responded with 2 away in this inning. On the ground, Lex with a base hit. Larks get another run. Lex with a run-scoring single. And the Larks now lead 4. 2-2. And Sadie Leatherman coming to bat. 4 runs across here in the inning for the Larks. And Sadie takes a strike. Okay. Okay. Swing and a miss for Sadie. Sadie quickly behind 0-2. That was Lex's 100th career hit. Sadie fouls it back to the fence. She's quickly behind 0-2. Go Cards, go K-Dub. Go Cardinals from Neosho, Missouri. All right. So some Cards fans texting in. Appreciate you guys for being along for the ride. I went outside, and our count, 1 ball and 2 strikes for Sadie. Larks have scored 4. Strike 3, Sadie goes down looking. And we'll be back after this. Larks lead 4-2.
Rabbit Ride, Houston, Texas.
Brett Heichman, Lindsborg, Kansas. Caden Bartlett, Amber, Oklahoma.
Caleb Stoll, Litchfield Park, Arizona.
Tatum Ferguson, Nassau, Bahamas.
Connor Leach, Erie, Colorado. Dalton Woody, Cibolo, Texas.
Dave Milburn from Lincoln, Nebraska. David Berzins, Houston, Texas.
Dave Ryan, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Dayton Watkins, Valley Center, Kansas.
Grant Bloyer, Winfield, Kansas.
Hudson Smith, Waukomis, Oklahoma.
Hugo Kinabuchi, San Diego, California.
Ian Leckie, Overland Park, Kansas.
Justin Durnall, I'm from Windsor, Colorado.
Kalen Haynes, Trophy Club, Texas.
Kendall Theory, Westlake, Louisiana.
Malachi Swartz, Overland Park, Kansas.
Naoki Ozumura, Tokyo, Japan.
Natty Solomon, Harrisonburg, Virginia.
Nick Platten from Adelaide, Australia.
Noah Roberts, Wichita, Kansas.
Omar Aguilar, Panama City, Panama.
Quinn Gettle.
And welcome back here to the top of the third. Larks leading 4-2. And Audrey Miller, Julia Hawkins, and Kaylin Davis all due up here for the Cards. Larks respond with 4 runs in their half of the inning. That's a good response. And Kaylin starts Audrey Miller off with a strike. Reese said she'll take requests. I requested a song she hasn't played it, so she's really not taking requests. That's a fly ball center field. Back it goes. And Yachty for Miller. Miller hits her 10th home run of the season. And Labette gets a run back on the home run for Audrey Miller. So Miller ties Amy Bratato now And now moves into a tie for the lead, 4 home runs in the conference play. Four to 3 our score now. Hawkins struck out. And a changeup is over for a strike. Swing and a miss. Hawkins quickly behind on the changeup. So, Amy very far ahead. That one misses. On our count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wind acting like it wants to lay down, but we don't think it will. That one's tapped foul on the left side. Past Kalen Leslie at third base. That one's fouled off and hits Hawkins in the box. That one downstairs gets through Sadie. And our count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one fouled off, left side. And our count's still riding 2 balls, 2 strikes. I'd like to know, got a text saying, way to go, Miller, that's my niece. Well, she went deep, her 10th of the year. We're full, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Hawkins. That one lifted and foul. And Hawkins count is full for Julia Hawkins. Hawkins hammers one and sends people in the dugout scurrying for cover. And our count, full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Ball 4, and a free pass issued with none out. Kayla Davis got to first on an error. Sun out now. Swing and a miss for Davis. And she's behind 1 strike. Davis chases again. She's quickly behind 0-2. That's a wide drive, left field, base hit for Davis, into the corner. Lex comes up, throw it, play at third, but not in time was the slide by Hawkins. And Davis doubles her way aboard. And now there are 2 on with none out. And Rindy Marquez, who ripped a single in her last time up, coming up. Time called. 4-3 our score, none out and 2 on. 2 in scoring position, so Card's trying to answer back. And Amy, a strike to Marquez. There's a strike again from Amy in the count 0-2. That one too far outside. And our count 1-2. That one lifted foul into the fence. Hey, Auntie Anissa, we're watching you. Love you and miss you from Serafina and Sienna. Our count's still riding 1 ball and 2 strikes. Change up, drifting too far out. And we're full. Or we have, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's a slow roller. Amy checks the runner, throws over to Jenna, and the Larks get an out. 1 out for Gray Holland. Holland reached on there. Time being called by Andy Sharp. Wants to talk some things over. Lark baseball on tap, 2 o'clock, first pitch on Saturday. That's weather permitting, folks. You never know what the weather's going to do. They put the S word in the forecast, and the S word being snow earlier, but I think they pulled that out. We'll see. I think the majority of the weather will stay to the north and west of us. Be interesting to know which team for the Larks has the most piercings in the ear. If it's softball or basketball or volleyball or soccer. Bree said softball. Can see that. And the pitch to Gray Holland misses downstairs. Four to 3 our score, 1 away. Top of the third. Holland lays the bunt down. Larks have a rundown here at home. And they catch Julia Hawkins down in the rundown and 2 away. They're talking something over now. We'll see what the scoring does. So they called the batter out. If the bat hit the ball, that means the runners would go back and be a dead ball. Now they're waiting for clarification. So we'll see. The umpire's still talking about that. They had a rundown. If the ball hit the bat, I believe it should be a dead ball. The runners would go back to second. Gray Holland would be out. Regardless, I think there's going to be 2 outs in the inning. We'll just figure out where the outs are coming from. So Hawkins goes back, and Holland is... Wait, now they're saying she's coming back to bat. The ball was dead in front of the plate. It was live ball in fair territory. It didn't hit Holland. But, okay, maybe it did hit Holland. Okay, so Holland is out on... Okay, so it did hit Holland. As it hit the bat twice. That's an interesting one to put in the scorebook. 2 away. So, dead ball. That's what I thought, that they'd return Hawkins to third and Davis to second. Holland is out. Now they're still having some discussion. So they're still talking over. I'm trying to figure this out. The ball was in fair territory. I saw the ball dead in fair territory in front of plate. Coach Ryan Phillips pleading his case here. If the ball hit the bat in fair territory, it's an out. We'll see what the decision is, because Coach Phil's pleading his case. So 2 outs here, as Holland was out. And still discussion. Dust blowing in. So Holland tried to bunt, laid the bunt down. The bunt was in fair territory. They said it hit the bat. Be interesting to see this on replay. We'll go look at this on YouTube later. Reese might be looking at it right now. So they're still talking about it. And head coach Ryan Phillips still pleading his case. Oh, I'm not entirely sure, because I never saw the ball hit it, but I didn't have the greatest angle. Still pleading his case out there. So we're not... He's still... So 2 away, and Phillips still out to talk to the field up. Got a text, go Larks. hold them. Don't let them score from Sissy Aguilar. And so here, Phillips still out to plead his case, this time with a home plate umpire. So they're still debating this as the ball was. I saw the ball spinning in the dirt in fair territory in front of home plate with Gray Holland. No, 15. Head coach Ryan Phillips talking it over. They're still talking this over. 2 outs. And so what we're looking at here, we're trying to figure out what the call is. The bunt lay down, and if it hit her bat twice, so head coach Phillips still pleading his case, a long discussion. So from replay, it looks like he hit the bat twice. So still pleading his case. So head coach. This is one of the longest discussions I have ever seen. Is so head coach Ryan Phillips is putting a protest on. So Phillips is, I think we're having an official protest of this game. Something I've not seen ever in all the fast pitch softball here at the City Ball Diamond. Protests very far in between. Interesting. Larks just enjoying the grass out there in left field. Larks up 4-3. And head coach Ryan Phillips is, I think, officially protesting. So by replay, Reese said she watched it and it looks like she said the ball hit the bat twice. And a long protest, a long discussion. So we'll see. So Holland is out. After a long discussion, Holland out, and there are 2 outs. I'll put 2 outs on the scoreboard. That was one of the longest discussions I've ever seen. And I'll bring up Jordan Steiger. So they wipe away the rundown. And there's a strike from Amy to Steiger. That one misses outside, and we're back to softball on the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. So 2 on, let's recap. A run across, 2 on and 2 outs here. As Steiger singled on the little bunt slap last time. There's a strike on the outside corner, and our count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hi, Kevin. 4-3 is the score in the top of the 3rd. That's a little flare. That'll dump in for a base hit. 1 run is in. And Steiger has herself a single. And a run across. We're all tied up at 4 on the single by Steiger. And Erica Reed come in. That's on the ground, past Amy. Jesse's throw in time, but 2 runs back across. We're all tied up at 4. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd with the Larks coming to bat.
Adriana Ruiz from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Amy Bertado from Whittier, California. Anissa Aguilar, Hacienda Heights, California. Cassidy King from Cochranville, Pennsylvania. Chelsea Smith, Tacoma, Washington.
Jenna Garcia, Hutchinson, Kansas.
Jenna Schneider from Lodi, California.
Jessie Miranda from Turlock, California.
Kaylin Lastly from Salina, Kansas.
My name is Alexis Avalos, and I'm from Yucaipa, California.
Madison O'Brien, Zuni, Virginia.
Malia Sandy from Girard, Kansas.
Paige Biddle from Sacramento, California.
And welcome back here to the City Ball Diamond. As we're into the bottom of the 3rd, Amy Bertado due up here for the Larks. And Amy takes a pitch down low, 1 ball from Lindsay Pellick. The 1-0. That one misses downstairs. And our count 2 balls, no strikes to Amy. Amy lifts a fly ball. Hasta lasagna, and don't get any on ya. Amy retakes the lead in home runs with her 11th. And Amy goes yard. That's number 11 on the season. As Amy puts it over the fence. And Paige Biddle coming to bat. The Larks retake the lead 5-4. And Paige comes to bat. And Paige singled her last at bat. Five to four. Larks leading 5-4. And Paige takes the ball down low. And Paige now has a strike, and we're all even up 1 ball, 1 strike. Paige lifts it, fly ball center field, and here come the Spoons. Paige goes back to back The Larks using the long ball again. A solo bomb by Page, and the Larks now lead at 6-4. Amy and Page go back-to-back knocks. And the Larks now leading 6-4, and Boo comes to bat. It looks like we've got a new pitcher here for the Cardinals. We'll take a break and be back after this here on the Lark Network.
Adriana Ruiz from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Amy Bertado from Whittier, California. Anissa Aguilar, Hacienda Heights, California. Cassidy King from Cochranville, Pennsylvania. Chelsea Smith, Tacoma, Washington.
Jenna Garcia, Hutchinson, Kansas.
Jenna Schneider from Lodi, California.
Jessie Miranda from Turlock, California.
Kaylin Lastly from Salina, Kansas.
My name is Alexis Avalos, and I'm from Yukon.
And Boo stepping in here against the new pitcher, Haley Van Deventer. And that pitch misses downstairs to Boo. Larks respond once again. This time the long ball back-to-back jacks here by the Larks. And Boo takes a strike. And our count 1-1. Lark bats will pop. That one upstairs to Boo. And our count 1-2. That one misses downstairs. That's my girl Amy. Amy, do something crazy. And go to Amy. Go Amy, way to answer back. Boo lifts one. That's in fair territory. The third baseman can't come up, and a Boo aboard. And that brings up Nis. So Nis coming in. Malia going in to run for Boo. So Malia coming in to run. And Nis coming to bat. Nis doubled her last at bat. Attacks, keep it going, Larks. All right, enjoying the live stream from Oak City, Oklahoma. Thank you guys, appreciate it. Wind swirling here, sun starting to sit into the west. You can see the dust in the air. And Nis hammers it down. Cardinals have a chance for two. That's thrown away by Van Deventer. And back-to-back errors. And 2 on. And none out here in our third inning. And Jenna G, who for some reason wants to fight me on sophomore nights. So I talked to Jenna's little brother, Ben. Says they fight once in a while too, but most of the time Jenna says stop. So I'd guess Ben with the win. And the ball off it. Jenna offers at it, takes a strike, and a count 1-1. Van Deventer bunt way down, perfect bunt by Jenna. Throw. A foul ball. Or set, check that, Jenna out. and 1 away. Now they'll talk something over. So 1 out. For Jesse Miranda. I'm not sure what the call was unless they said the ball hit her. That text saying, keep it going, Larks. And Jesse Miranda. You guys can text me at 620-217-1465. And that Jesse hammers one, and that's foul on the left side. So 1 away here. And it's a slow roller. Gobbled up throw. Not in time. Jessie has herself a single. And a run comes home, and the Larks add another run. And now they're talking that Jessie was out of the box. The run comes across. So head coach Ryan Phillips coming up again. 7-4, 3 runs across. And a base hit single. And they're going to talk something over again. So I'll keep Jessie over at first base. Bottom 3, Jessie singles, her second single of the game, drives in a run. So Kalen coming to bat with 1 out, and runners at the corners here for the Larks. Larks have tacked on 3 here. Jessie takes second on the fielder indifference. So 2 on for Kalen, 1 out, and Kalen takes a strike, and our count even up a 1-1. Sun's starting to dip slow. Kalen looks at a strike, and the count 1-2. So 1 out here with 2 on for Kalen. Curveball stays upstairs. And our count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Our count is 2-2. Strike 3 on the inside corner, or the outside corner. Kalen goes down looking. There's 2 away. Lexi coming to bat now in the 3rd. And Lex looks a pitch high. 1 ball. Lex lifts it, fly ball, left center field, and that will get by a diving center fielder. 2 runs are in. Lex has herself a double. A 2-run double, and the Larks add 2 more up to the scoreboard. 9-2 for the score. Larks leading. This will be Sadie Leatherman coming to bat with 2 outs. Sadie, the 8th batter here in the inning, or the 9th batter in the inning here for the Larks. And Sadie takes a strike on the outside half. The pitch, Sadie on the ground, and a nice backhand save, but Reed can't come up with it. Lex on her way home, could be a play at the plate. Lex slips in with the 10th run of the game, and Sadie goes all the way to second on the error, and the Larks get another run. 10-2 for the score, and that sends Amy up to bat here in the third. Got a text saying, great commentary. I'm enjoying the great game. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Amy digging in. Amy started this inning with a solo shot. And Amy takes a strike. We're into the 4th. Larks leading 10-4. Sadie's over at second base. Amy lays off the change. And our count evens up at 1-1. That misses high and away. Our count 2-1 to Amy. 2 on, 2 out, or 1 on, 2 outs here in the 3rd. Larks have responded with 6 runs in this inning, and Amy takes a strike. Count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Amy and Paige started this off with back-to-back bombs. It has been a long inning. Amy looks the pitch down low, and our count 3 balls and 2 strikes. Amy fouls it into the glove, strike 3. But a long inning for the Larks. We've played 3. Larks now lead 10-4. Back after this here on the Lark Network.
Rabbit Rod, Houston, Texas.
Brett Heichman, Lindsborg, Kansas. Caden Bartlett, Amber, Oklahoma.
Caleb Stoll, Litchfield Park, Arizona.
Tatum Ferguson, Nassau, Bahamas.
Connor Leach, Erie, Colorado. Dalton Woody, Cibolo, Texas.
Dave Milburn from Lincoln, Nebraska.
David Berzins, Houston, Texas.
Dave Ryan, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Dayton Watkins, Valley Center, Kansas. Grant Bloyer, Winfield, Kansas.
Hudson Smith, Waukomis, Oklahoma.
Hugo Kinabuchi, San Diego, California.
Ian Leckie, Overland Park, Kansas.
Justin Durnall, I'm from Windsor, Colorado.
Kalen Haynes, Trophy Club, Texas.
Kendall Theory, Westlake, Louisiana.
Malachi Swartz, Overland Park, Kansas.
Naoki Kizumura, Tokyo, Japan.
Maddie Solomon, Harrisonburg, Virginia.
Nick Platten from Adelaide, Australia. Noah Roberts, Wichita, Kansas.
Omar Aguilar, Panama City, Panama.
Quinn Gettle, Joplin, Missouri.
Robert Salcedo, Puerto Rico.
Yusei Hando from Japan.
Tate Winfield, Kerrville, Texas.
And welcome back here to the City Ball Diamond. A few changes made. Kaylin Lastly coming into pitch. Paige goes to third. Malia Sandy over at second base. So Jalen Hayward coming up. The pitch down low. Got a text saying, keep it up, Larks. We're into the top of the fourth. And Jalen Hayward looks to pitch high and her count 2 balls and no strikes as Kaylin coming into work in the fourth. A text saying to tell Kaylin to throw him the chair. Kaylin's supposed to throw him the chair. The pitch missing high and in, and our count 3-0. What's that's your chat? Yes, I just said it out. Throwing the chair from Lindsey James. And I count 3 balls and 1 strike. So Lindsey texted in. That one missing downstairs and a walk issued. And that'll bring up Peyton Nye, leadoff runner aboard here for the Cardinals of Labette. That's on the ground. Jesse thinking two, flips to Malia. Malia throw over, not in time. Leadoff runner is out on the fielder's choice. So looking at the temperatures across Kansas right now, it's around almost 80 degrees here. But 50 in Hayes and 32 in Goodland. The front is on its way. And pitch down low. 1 ball to Audrey Miller. Miller hit a home run. Her last at bat. And Miller takes a strike, and her count evens 1 ball, 1 strike. 10-4. Swing and a miss from Miller. She's not cheated on that cut. And why not? She has 10 home runs. And then Amy Reed took the lead with her 11th of the season. That ties the single season record for home runs by Amy Bertato with 11. That's chopped on the ground and foul. This Lark team can swing the sticks. Maybe 12. Maybe 12. And the pitch from Kaylin on the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and Miller goes down swinging. So 2 outs here in the fourth. That's fouled off the foot of Julia Hawkins, 1 strike. That's a line drive base hit into center field. Ness lets the throw go. And Page with a swipe tag, but not in time. Hawkins takes second on the single. And then takes a second on the throw, I should say. Ben. Two down.
South side wall. It's on the circuit breaker. There's a light switch in the field. It's going to get dark in a hurry soon. Thank you.
Reese's biggest fear: tornadoes. And there's a strike down the middle to Kalen Davis. Two on. That's fouled back into the glove. And the count 1-2. Wind really starting to howl here again. One and two, the count. Payoff pitch too far outside for Kalen. As we're in the top of the fourth, Larks leading 10-4. Laying off was Kalen Davis, and we're full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. That went downstairs and a walk issued. So the base is loaded of Cardinals, and that brings up Rindy Marquez. So 2 away, and the base is loaded for Rindy Marquez. And there's a strike to Marquez from Michaela Lastly. There's a strike. Our count quickly 0-2 from Kalen. And Kalen gets her sign. The pitch on the ground. Malia sits on it, tosses over to Jenna. And the Larks get out of the jam. No runs scored. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. The Larks leading 10-4.
Adriana Ruiz from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Amy Bertado from Whittier, California. Anissa Aguilar, Hacienda Heights, California. Cassidy King from Tocqueville, Pennsylvania. Chelsea Smith, Tacoma, Washington.
Jenna Garcia, Hutchinson, Kansas.
Jenna Schneider from Lodi, California.
Jessie Miranda from Turlock, California.
Kaylin Lastly from Salina, Kansas.
My name is Alexis Avalos, and I'm from Yucaipa, California.
Madison O'Brien, Zuni, Virginia.
Malia Sandy from Girard, Kansas.
Paige Biddle from Sacramento, California.
Reese McCrary from Sacramento, California.
My name is Sadie Leatherman, and I'm from Couts, Indiana.
Shay Hoover, Potwin, Kansas.
And welcome back here to the City Ball Diamond. As we're going to the bottom of the bottom of the fourth. Let me clear the runs and get the right inning up. That's the epic fail of the keyboard protector. 10-4 here. It lasted for a while, Toby, until the wind came up. And the pitch to Page. And our count. That one downstairs. Help if I was on the right box. And the pitch one more time to Page from Van de Venner. There's a strike. And our count, 3 balls, 1 strike. Page lifts it, a little flare, and that will be caught by the second baseman Reed, 1 away. Malia Sandy coming to bat in place of Boo. So Malia stepping in. Malia 9 for 37, 243, and takes a strike in the first pitch she sees. The sun has disappeared behind the clouds of the front. Malia chases the changeup. As we look at the temperatures across Kansas, and there is quite a difference. 32 degrees out in Goodland and Dodge City. Swing and a miss. Malia chases the changeup, and there's 2 outs. And this coming to bat. This reached on an error her last at bat, and then took second. And this takes a strike. We still won't take requests. That one fouled back out of play. 8 after 5. So Nis quickly behind 0-2. Nis chops on the ground. Took a funky hop. Throw from Nye. Not in time. A good stretch over there by Holland. And Nis gets on board with a single. And that brings up Jenna G. So Jenna will dig in. Jenna was out of the box last time. And Jenna takes a strike, or count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Jenna swings through, and the count 1-2. We're in the 5th. Or excuse me, the bottom of the 4th, rather. Larks leading 10-4. And that one misses downstairs. Our count 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Jenna and on the ground at the third baseman. Hawkins throw over and in time. We'll go to the top of the fifth. Larks leading 10-4 back after this.
Adriana Ruiz from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Amy Bertado from Whittier, California.
Anissa Aguilar, Hacienda Heights, California. Cassidy King from Cochranville, Pennsylvania.
Chelsea Smith, Tacoma, Washington.
Jenna Garcia, Hutchinson, Kansas.
Jenna Schneider from Lodi, California.
Jessie Miranda from Turlock, California.
Kaylin Lastly from Salina, Kansas.
My name is Alexis Avalos, and I'm from Yucaipa, California.
Madison O'Brien, Zuni, Virginia.
Malia Sandy from Girard, Kansas.
Paige Biddle from Sacramento, California.
Reese McCrary from Sacramento, California.
My name is Sadie Leatherman, and I'm from Couts, Indiana.
Shay Hoover, Potwin, Kansas.
And welcome back here as we're heading to the top of the fifth. Larks leading 10-4 over the Cards. And Gray Holland coming to bat. She was called out for being out of the, or hitting the ball. I don't know. She was called out last time on a long discussion in the third. And there's a strike from Kayla Lastly to Gray Holland. Gray Holland. Ten to 4 the score, and that's on the ground, and Malia can't come up with it. And the error allows Gray Holland to reach first base. And that one misses. Excuse me, there's a strike to Jordan Steiger. Steiger drew a bases loaded walk, I believe. An RBI for Steiger. She offers that, and she's quickly behind 0-2. Again, you're a Lark fan, Cards fan, Texas. Tell us who you are, who you're watching, where you're watching from. And Kalen, well ahead, 0-2. Steiger looks like one that drifts outside. Sadie can't pull it back in the count, 1-2. That's a little flare. Jesse going back and makes a play on the pop out. She initially broke forward and then backed up. And that will bring up Erica Reed with one away. Erica Reed, 0-4-1, grounded out in her last at bat. She takes a pitch away. 1 ball. And Erica Reed ahead, 1 ball. And there's a strike from Reed, and our count evens up at 1-1. That's on the ground. Malia plays off the hop. Jesse trying to roll it up, but they'll get the lead runner. Reed aboard on the fielder's choice. And there's 2 away for Jalen Hayward. There's a strike to Jalen Hayward from Kalen Lashley. Swing and a miss. Sadie lets a throw go. And they count 0-2 as Reed swipes the base. And she'll move over to second base. Two away and a runner at second base. 10-4 the score. Kalen deals. Strike 3 called. And Hayward goes down. Larks leading 10-4. Back after this here on the Lark Network.
Rabbit Ride, Houston, Texas.
Brett Heichman, Lindsborg, Kansas. Caden Bartlett, Amber, Oklahoma.
Caleb Stoll, Litchfield Park, Arizona.
Cotton Ferguson, Nassau, Bahamas.
Connor Leach, Erie, Colorado. Dalton Woody, Cibolo, Texas.
Dade Milburn from Lincoln, Nebraska. David Berzins, Houston, Texas.
Dave Ryan, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Dayton Watkins, Valley Center, Kansas. Grant Bloyer, Winfield, Kansas.
Hudson Smith, Waukomis, Oklahoma.
Hugo Kinabuchi, San Diego, California.
Ian Leckie of One Park, Kansas.
Justin Durnall, I'm from Windsor, Colorado.
Kaylin Hain.
We're heading to the bottom of the 5th here. Jesse Miranda coming to bat. Jesse's 2 for 3 with a pair of singles, drove in a run. Keep going, great job, Larks. All right, got a text. My daughter plays from Labette, and I'm watching from Garland, Texas. All right, probably a little nicer, a little less windy. Jesse slaps one, and that's deep in the hole. There's not a play that Nye can make, and that's the 3rd hit of the game for Jesse. Larks lead 10-4. And Kalen Lashley coming out. Kalen is 0 for 2. And Kalen moves to the left side this time with Lexi on deck. So Kalen now changes her mind and goes back to the right side. And that pitch downstairs from Van de Venter. 1 ball. That one upstairs for a strike. And our count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. That's a little flared. Kalen finds some green out there on the base knock. Kalen just punches one out there, and there are 2 on and none out for Lexi Avalos. So Lex comes to bat. Lex singled in 2 last at bat. Lex 2 for 3. Lex lays a little bunt down, and it will drop foul. Now the 0-1 coming up. Lex lays off the pitch house high, and we're even 1 ball, 1 strike. The bottom of the 5th. Larks up 10-4. Lexi right back in the middle. Nice glove by Van de Vander. Throw over in time. And 1 out. And Sadie coming to bat. Sadie takes a pitch too far inside. 1 ball. Runners at first and second, 1 away here for the Larks. That one downstairs. And our count 2 balls, no strikes to Sadie, with the ever dangerous Amy Brutado on deck. 1 more home run for Amy, and she'll have the new single season mark. Now there's a strike on the changeup, and our count 2 balls and 1 strike. We saw Lexi get her 100th career hit. And Sadie fouls it off and battling. And our count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two-two. Sadie swings and misses. And there's 2 outs. Amy Brutado now coming to bat. 10-4 the score, and 2 on and 2 outs for Amy. Amy lifts it off the fist, and that will drop foul. Got a text saying, "See you Friday, go HC Sports." There's a strike to Amy, and our count 0-2. Change up, drifting too far outside. And our count 1-2. Amy lifts it, and the count still remaining 1-2. Larks in front, 10-4 here in the 5th. That one stays downstairs, and the count 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Amy. Amy fouls it off and battles. And our count 2 balls and 2 strikes. I thought it was you, Simon. Simon texted in. Saying, "See you Friday, go HC Sports." That one upstairs, and we're full 3 balls and 2 strikes. Amy has very good realization of the strike zone. Full count, 3-2. Payoff pitch downstairs, and Amy draws the walk. And the bases are now loaded for Paige Biddle. Paige is 2 for 3 with a home run and a single. And it looks like we're going to have someone running. Shea coming in to run. Shea's going to run for Amy with 2 outs here in our 5th. So, Paige coming to bat. And Larks in front 10-4. And Paige coming to bat. And Paige takes a strike on the first pitch she sees from Van Deventer. Comfortable. Paige takes a strike on the change, and the count now 0-2. That pitch too far outside. Count 1-2 now to Paige. And that change misses upstairs. And we move to even 2 balls and 2 strikes. Paige lifts to the right side. If it's fair, it's trouble, but it'll drop foul. And that one turning foul. And Paige now still battling the the Deuces Wild count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Paige lifts it, and more batter's box disco dancing for Paige. She's staying alive. So our count's still riding 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another long at bat here from the Lark hitters. Strike 3 called. Paige frozen at the dish. We'll go to the top of the 6th. Larks lead 10-4. Back after this.
Adriana Ruiz from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Amy Bertado from Whittier, California. Anissa Aguilar, Hacienda Heights, California. Cassidy King from Tocqueville, Pennsylvania.
Chelsea Smith, Tacoma, Washington.
Jenna Garcia, Hutchinson, Kansas.
Jenna Schneider from Lodi, California.
Jessie Miranda from Turlock, California.
Kaylin Lastly from Salina, Kansas.
My name is Alexis Avalos, and I'm from Yucaipa, California.
Madison O'Brien, Zuni, Virginia.
Malia Sandy from Girard, Kansas.
Paige Biddle from Sacramento, California.
Reese McCrary from Sacramento, California.
My name is Sadie Leatherman, and I'm from Couts, Indiana.
Shay Hoover, Potwin, Kansas.
welcome back here to the City Ball Diamond. And Peyton and I coming to bat. So apparently, Reese said she's taking requests, but hasn't played anything that I have asked. So she's not taking requests. And Peyton Nye coming to bat. Nye takes a pitch on the outside. And the pitch coming up from Kalen. On the ground, Kalen with a stab and a snag. And there's one out. In the top of the 6th. That one missing downstairs. And one ball to Audrey Miller. That one missing inside to Miller, and a count 2 balls and no strikes. That one again downstairs, and 3-0 now to Audrey Miller. There's a strike from Kalen. There's a strike to Miller. And Reese is quickly losing confidence as being a DJ. Oh, you're losing all the points. Oh no, I've lost confidence. And nobody liked it. Pitch outside. And Miller walking to first base with... Julia Hawkins singled her last at bat. Looks like they're bringing in a runner for Miller. So here we go, as we're into a runner coming in. I didn't see who it was coming in to run for Miller. And Kansas Sorrell coming in to run for Miller. 10-4 the score in the 6th. Larks leading by 6. Pitch missing downstairs to Julia Hawkins. That's a little lifter, and that will be over the glove of Jesse for a base knock. And Hawkins finds some green with a quick diving quail, and there's 2 on with 1 out. Bye, Linz. I miss you too, kid. And a quick conference coming out as Andy wants to talk things over. Larks leading 10-4.
Rabbit Rod, Houston, Texas.
Brett Heichman, Lindsborg, Kansas. Caden Bartlett, Amber, Oklahoma.
Caleb Stoll, Litchfield Park, Arizona.
Tatum Ferguson, Nassau, Bahamas.
Connor Leach, Erie, Colorado. Dalton Woody, Cibolo, Texas.
Dade Milburn from Lincoln, Nebraska.
David Berzins, Houston, Texas.
Dave Ryan, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
And welcome back here. The conference on the mound done. 2 on and 2 out. 2 on and 1 out for Kalen Davis. And Davis takes a strike from Kalen Lastly. The battle of the Kalens. We're in the top of the 6th. I'm missing downstairs. And our count 1 ball, 1 strike. That one fouled off. Shout out to Davis from Jones, Oklahoma. All right. So our count 1 and 2. Kalen Davis watching the pitch from, as that's gloved by, nice play. Oh. I thought Jesse picked it up and stepped on third for the out, as Page couldn't come up with it. Unfortunately, I did not have a good angle of that. And now the 2 umpires are conferring, and we'll see what they call. As safe is the call, and the base is loaded with 1 away. And Randy Marquez up now for So Chelsea coming in to pitch, and we'll take a break.
Adriana Ruiz from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Amy Bertado from Whittier, California. Anissa Aguilar, Hacienda Heights, California. Cassidy King from Tocqueville, Pennsylvania.
Chelsea Smith, Tacoma, Washington.
Jenna Garcia, Hutchinson, Kansas.
Jenna Schneider from Lodi, California.
Jesse Miranda from Turlock, California.
Kaylin Lastly from Salina, Kansas.
My name is Alexis Avalos, and I'm from Yucaipa, California.
Madison O'Brien, Zuni, Virginia.
Malia Sandy from Girard, Kansas.
Paige Biddle from Sacramento, California.
Reese McCrary from Sacramento, California.
My name is Sadie Leatherman, and I'm from Couts, Indiana.
Shay Hoover, Potwin, Kansas.
Chelsea Smith into pitch here now for the Larks. The base is loaded with 1 away. Kalen moved over to back to third. As we're in the top of the 6th. That one fouled back to the fence. That one missing downstairs. And the count. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Marquez. Chelsea deals, and that is lined towards the dugout and foul. That one downstairs, Sadie with a good block, and our count 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one missing downstairs. And our count, 3-2. That one popped back and out of play. And the payoff pitch one more time. That one lifted up again. And that ball. We're still full with the bases loaded. And a payoff pitch one more time for Chelsea. That one lifted foul on the far side. A long at bat. That's lined foul and another foul ball. Our count's still remaining full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. As Marquez goes down and Chelsea has another strikeout, 2 outs. Gray Holland coming to bat. Holland is 0 for 3. Has reached on 2 errors though. And Holland fouls it back to the fence. Two-way. And the 0-1 now coming up from Chelsea as we're in the 6th. I wonder what the nutritional value of this red dirt is, because I've eaten a lot of it today. And I count 1 ball, 1 strike. I don't know how many calories there are. Can't be very many, but probably not very many vitamins or nutrients either. I went too far outside. And our count 2 balls, 1 strike. Top of the 6th, 2 on, or excuse me, bases loaded, 2 away. And the 2-1 delivery from Chelsea coming up. That one's lifted foul on the right side. And a mad sprint for the ball for 2 kids going after it. Payoff pitch. Upstairs, excuse me, that wasn't the payoff pitch. Now we're full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. That was the 2-2 pitch. That one lifted back into the fence and a long at bat for Gray Holland. It sounded weird coming off that bat a little bit. I'm glad they moved this game. Tomorrow is supposed to be brutally windy and unpleasant. That's fouled into the glove. Strike 3! Chelsea gets another strikeout. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Larks lead 10-4. Back after this here on the Lark Network. What? I remember the other one, but now never falling down, nothing but it's real. And welcome back here to the bottom of the 6th. Larks leading 10-4, and Chelsea Smith coming to bat. And Chelsea swings through the first pitch she sees. 1 strike. Chelsea on the ground to the shortstop. Nice play, throw over, and there's 1 away. As Nis comes up. Nis 2-4-3, a pair of singles and reached on an error. That's on the ground at the second baseman, and the throw over in time as there are 2 away. Reed with the nice play. And Jenna G coming to bat in the bottom of the 6th. Jenna takes a strike. Larks travel to Coffeyville Saturday. Jenna lays the bunt down, fouls it back. And they count 0-2. They count 0-2. That pitch misses outside on our count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Janice swings through. Larks go quickly and quietly. 1, 2, 3. We've played 6. Larks lead 10-4.
Adriana Ruiz from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Amy Bertado from Whittier, California. Anissa Aguilar, Hacienda Heights, California. Cassidy King from Tocqueville, Pennsylvania.
Chelsea Smith, Tacoma, Washington.
Jenna Garcia, Hutchinson, Kansas.
Jenna Schneider from Lodi, California.
Jessie Miranda from Turlock, California.
Kaylin Lastly from Salina, Kansas.
My name is Alexis Avalos, and I'm from Yucaipa, California.
Madison O'Brien, Zuni, Virginia.
Malia Sandy from Girard, Kansas.
Paige Biddle from Sacramento, California.
Reese McCrary from Sacramento, California.
My name is Sadie Leatherman, and I'm from Couts, Indiana.
Shay Hoover, Potwin, Kansas.
And welcome back to the top of the 7th. Larks leading 10-4. Jordan Steiger, Erica Reed, and Jalen Hayward all due up here for the Cardinals of Labette. Chelsea coming into work here in the 7th. And that's a strike from Chelsea to Jordan Steiger. Top 7. 10-4 the score. And that one missing downstairs. And our count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Steiger takes a strike, and she's quickly behind. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2 coming up. Swing and a miss, and Steiger down on strikes, 1 away. Erica Reed coming to bat in the 7th. Swing and a miss for Reed. She's quickly down to 1 strike as Chelsea starting to fire up. That change misses. Our count 1-1. The 1-1 from Chelsea. Fouled back to the fence. And our count 1-2. The 1-2 delivery coming up now. Reed pops it up. Right back here behind us. And out of play. On our count 1-2. They want 2 coming up. That one lifted, and that will tail away and be foul and out of play. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Chelsea, and there's 2 away. And Jalen Hayward takes a ball high, 1 ball. Top of the 7th, 2 away. And the 1-0 delivery stays low, and we're 2 balls, no strikes to Hayward. There's a strike from Chelsea down the middle. And our count 2-1. There's a strike on the outside corner, and our count 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one fouled back to the fence. Our count's still riding 2-2. Change stays upstairs. We're full 3-2. And the big payoff pitch coming up. That one outside, ball 4. Free pass for Hayward. And that brings up Peyton Nye. Nye's 0 for 4. Pop out, a fly out, a ground out, and reach on a fielder's choice. And there's a strike at the knees for Peyton Nye from Chelsea. That one stays upstairs. And our count 1-1. We count 1 ball and 1 strike, Chelsea. Rocking, firing, dealing. Lifted foul and out of play. Our count 1-2. Another mad scramble for the ball. Results in a form tackle and a little bit of a wrestling match. Back to the softball game. That one lifted left side. Lex goes back, camps underneath it, and that will do it. The ball game here, final score, Larks win at 10-4. Larks will be back in action. They move to 9-5 on the season in the conference. Labette moves to 9-5. Larks will be in action next week, Tuesday. Lark baseball on Saturday. That's going to do it for me. I'm Rusty Witcher saying thank you and good night.